Alright, shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Much love to you brothers on the four corners of the planet that's pushing this truth with all sincerity, faith, and honesty. We're trying to get home, man. We're trying to get the hell up out of this prison that we're in, because the Most High is shortly to come back and get us, man. That's why He's giving us back this truth. He's giving us back our identity, and He's bringing down Esau, right as the prophecy said, man. So there's a couple stories that I'm gonna try to bring out the best of my ability, and let me read this verse before we start. This is Obadiah 1:10, and it says, For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and doubt shall be cut off forever. And what's the shame? You're seeing shame being put on Babylon the Great through all this different scandals that's coming out, through these different NSA leaks, through these different Snowden and all of these different stuff that's coming out, because the Most High is casting, He's putting Esau on Front Street before He destroys him. Okay, so I'm play this video and we'll get into the scriptures. Salakia. There we go.
Terrible, really terrible, but it was a good experience. It's something I'll always be able to tell my grandchildren about, so it's great.
Alright, see, as you can see that this place is off, man. You got them saying in God we trust, and now they're joined unto these heathens and adapting to their customs and their different ways, which you're not supposed to do. Okay? I mean, they're heathens anyway. They're not under the law, but they're trying to put themselves as being under the law by saying in God we trust. So if you trust in the Most High, you trust in His laws, statutes, and commandments, which are given to the Israelites, His chosen. Alright, this is the book of Genesis 9 verse 3, and it says, Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. It says, surely your blood of your lives will I require at the hands of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whosoever sheddeth blood, by man shall he by Salakia. Whoso sheddeth blood, men's blood, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, for in the image of the Most High made he man. Okay, so the main thing that I was trying to bring out is you're not supposed to drink the blood, especially you're not supposed to drink the blood of snakes. Okay, this is United States Marines doing this, man. Okay, so jump to the Leviticus This is Leviticus 19 and 26. The book of Leviticus 19 and verse 26. And it says, ye shall not eat anything with blood, with the blood. It says, ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantments nor observe times. What is that going into? Because when they drink that blood, they're doing it to get strength, because I'm sure these Philippines do that for some kind of ritual. So they're going into ritual worship and witchcraft, man. Alright, and this is the book of Acts. This is the book of Acts 15 and 20. Book of Acts 15 verse 20. And it says, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollution of idols, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood. For Moses of old times have every city them that preacheth him, and being read in the synagogues every Sabbath day. Alright, so that's saying to abstain from blood. You're not supposed to eat blood like that. Alright, so let's jump into the next video and bring this, because now you got a lot of sedition among men. The Most High is rising up this economical clashing is going on a worldwide basis. You got Nate Satan talking about build up here in Babylon when the world is in uproar right now. He ain't bringing out about these riots and these things that's happening. Even you got CNN and all these bullshit stations that's bringing all this stuff out, and even Nate won't touch it, and all these other groups won't touch it and bring it out in prophecy. But it is prophecy and it's coming to pass. So let's watch this and show what's going on.
A grenade arced into the police line, landing at their feet. One officer realized the danger, but too late. 4 were injured. 1 lost his leg.
Now, for weeks, we've also been reporting on the anti-government protests in Thailand. Today, police attempted to clear several protest sites and government buildings which had been blocked by the demonstrators. However, their operation soon erupted into violence. At least 4 people were killed and dozens injured. BBC's Jonathan Head has moved from Bangkok, and a warning, there are some graphic images in this report.
Outside the Prime Minister's office in Bangkok, an uneasy lull. Here the police tried to negotiate. No deal. The protest movement would not give up the ground it's held here for more than 2 months. A short distance away, the police tried to push forward and faced fierce resistance. They briefly captured a protest leader. That brought rocks. They responded with tear gas. But still the crowd refused to retreat. It was hard to know who was shooting whom. This policeman survived the shot in the head. One of his colleagues died from a chest wound. The police tried to hold their ground, firing repeatedly with rubber bullets. Then this. A grenade arced into the police line, landing at their feet. One officer realized the danger, but too late. 4 were injured. 1 lost his leg. More volleys of gunfire from the police, this time with live rounds, left many protected.
This is the book of Luke 21 verse 11. And it says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be in heaven. But before all these shall the Salakia. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall be in heaven before shall be there be Salakia. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, famines, pestilences, fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands upon you, persecute you, and deliver you. That's going into something else. But these are the signs that the Most High is speaking of. The signs of uproars of the people. The signs of these protests, man. Let me get that real quick. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Because they're tossing grenades at the police. They're tossing grenades and they're shooting rounds and they're going head to head with the police. And this is on a worldwide scale.
Protesters with serious gunshot wounds, some of them fatal. Well, this has now become a very tense front line. There's a lull at the moment, but what we just saw a few moments ago shows how easily violence can erupt when the tension is this bad. The police say they'll pull back, but the protesters are still very angry. The police do not want them to advance. There's still the potential for trouble here. As the police withdrew, the protesters dragged up their barricades and reclaimed the street. It's been one of the bloodiest days of this long conflict, and in the end, little had changed. Jonathan Hitt, BBC News, Bangkok.
Let's play this next video.
That's incredible. Hey, Charlie, thanks so much.
Anytime.
All right.
Okay, there is also something else that you should see on the front page of the Blaze. Market eerily tracks with 1929. Did you see this? This one is a little bit uncomfortable.
I thought you might find it.
Yeah.
The chart was amazing. It's
they're dismissing it. And they're saying, "Wow,
no, probably a lot of years. I mean, we have loads, but I've got a lot of years track with 1929.
I don't think so. Have you seen this chart yet?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like identical. It's a 2-year chart, and the 2 years leading up to 1929, the crash of the stock market, and what did the stock market do? And it's honestly, it is almost exact. And the good news is we're just at the place now where it's going to come down rapidly.
Yeah. It doesn't look good.
No, but the good news is, we've got probably 6 or 8 months, before it would crash or not crash. And I don't think there's any indication. I think all this stuff is really good. Everything that's happening, we're losing jobs, but we learned yesterday from Keith Ellison, that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Gives you more opportunity. Can I tell you something? A crash of 1929 would be a good thing. Bread lines would be a good thing because you could get your bread and your soup from the government
For free, right?
Yeah, and
Once
then
you get it for free?
you can go do whatever you want.
I see it now behind me. Yeah, the chart's amazing.
That's
chart is
like
absolutely
not
amazing.
good.
Down-
Look at that
down-
all the way. It is.
I mean,
It's exact.
we're a little underneath it, but the trend is exactly the same.
I think you're only underneath it because they
They
made
wanna
the
show it.
scale of the chart, so they're not just all crossing over each other all
Right,
the time.
but they
Like, you can
didn't
see
expand.
how similar.
They didn't expand the time. It's the same amount of time. The numbers are different. The Dow Jones was much lower and everything else. So some of the numbers, but the time period is exactly the same time period.
It's incredible, really, when you look at it. It's chilling.
It really is
we
because
joke about it,
we're
but it's
just about to go up.
As they do. And then it went straight down.
So so April 2nd, 14 is really the bottom of the crash.
And if this chart were to hold up, it would drop from over 16,000 where it is now down to somewhere in the 12s. It looks like that would be significant.
Yeah. No, it would go to 3,200 or 1,300. So it would go about 12.9. It looks like. 17.2.
Although that's not as dramatic a crash as some are predicting. I mean, some have said 4 and 5,000.
4 or 5,000.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not
that's
real.
a
We
brighter
know it's
picture.
not real. It is. It's a
That's
brighter
picture.
Thank you for putting it that it's only 13,000.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's
that's helpful. Thank you, Stu.
That's not
actually
bad.
helpful. I'm okay with that.
That's fine. That's not bad. I was expecting the Dow to be at like 4. And the Dow is closing today at 4.
Yeah, that's only that represents maybe 5 trillion, 10 trillion.
Oh,
I was thinking about 100 trillion.
Do you remember? Do you remember when we originally talked about all this stuff, and I said that the stock market. The reason why I haven't been in the stock market, and much to my chagrin, I could have made a lot.
I mean, the gist is that it's matching the economical crash, the Great Depression. It's a mirror because the elites orchestrated that, and they're orchestrating this next one. But this next one, they're gonna bring in that chip, okay? And this time they're gonna bring in concentration camps, and they're gonna bring in the cashless society, and they're gonna try to eat. But that's when the Most High is gonna cast that. He's gonna cast fire on them. So it's all prophecy, and it's coming to pass. But this is one more story. We got enough time to play this story. We'll read some scripts.
Even before this rough winter in the east and south and the current drought in the west, extreme weather had been pushing food prices up over the past several years. Even so, the government's consumer price index is showing little or no inflation. Well, try telling that to shoppers in the supermarket checkout line. Here's Michelle Miller.
I'd like the government to stop by my house, come food shopping with me, and see where the real costs are.
Writer Jen Singer, mother of 2 teenage boys, wrestles with her grocery list every week to keep the household budget from getting away from her.
We go through one of these every couple days. It's a big part of my take-home pay. An apple a day, can't afford it at these prices. Save 90 cents.
It's not her imagination. While the government says prices are up 6.4% since 2011, chicken is up 18.4%, ground beef up 16.8%, and bacon has skyrocketed up 22.8%.
Oh my God.
Making it a holiday when it's on sale.
Bacon for $3. Things that are going up in price are the things that I absolutely need to buy. It's the meat, it's the milk, it's the eggs, and it's getting out of hand. $8.32 for this.
Convergex market strategist Nick Polis.
Moms can really tell the government a lot about inflation. Food inflation is far greater than the government thinks it is.
But the big problem for families, wages are not budging.
If my income isn't going up, how am I going to keep up with inflation?
Median income is up only 1% a year. For Singer, that makes it hard to save for college tuition, which has been rising 6 to 8% every year for 5 decades.
The price of college is terrifying. And so we're looking at cheaper schools or scholarships, I hope. Run faster in track. That would really help me out a lot.
Many are concerned that while economists paint a benign picture, middle-class families are quietly struggling.
The disconnect is severe because it's the economists that make policy, but it's the people that have to live with the outcome of that.
What the Most High say that Most High's putting the curses on these heathens, man. I mean, we've been here. We've been in the bottom and feeling the grip of this society, man. And it says, this is Deuteronomy 30:1. It says, "And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curses which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy power hath driven thee, and shall return to the Lord thy power, and shall obey the voice and according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul, then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy power had scattered thee. And the part of that captivity, returning it, is putting this on these heathens, man. They're feeling the pinch now. We're coming out of the bind that we're in, and now the Most High is visiting the iniquity of these heathens. And 2/3 of Jake also. They're going to have to stay in that position, but the intensity is going to turn on a worldwide scale.
Policy, and that disconnect is growing to the point where it has to break soon.
Now, I keep the heat down. We might as well wear a parka around here because it's the only way I can save money on heating.
That's it on that. We'll read the rest of these. This is Amos 4:6. And it says, and I also have given you cleanse of teeth in all your cities, and want of bread. It says, I also have given you cleanliness of teeth in all your cities, and want of bread in all your places. Yet have ye not returned unto me, saith the Lord. The Most High speaking to us, but now he's turning the want of bread in Babylon the Great. The want of bread is going to be heavy here when the Most High gets done putting all the curses, just like he cursed Egypt before we left out of there. And it says, and also I have withholden the rain from you with when there were yet 3 months of harvest. And also, that's it on that. So with that, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh, Shemi Awashai, double honors to L's of GMS. Much love to you brothers on the four corners of the planet. Keep faith. Shalom.